Hello guys and welcome to another video. Welcome to the reading nook. We have fun here and I'm matching my walls.
You might be asking yourself, why the sudden change from this to this? Well, after more than 10 years of having a turquoise room color, a canon event for a teenage girl, I decided it was time to change it. So I gathered all of my stuff and my books into the middle of my room and basically barricaded myself in it in order to try to not ruin any of my books with the paint because there were way too many of them to take them all out of my room for the process. The whole thing was a conundrum, but I can assure you no books were hurt during the making of this video, just me.
So this is my new reading nook. I have this lovely little couch moment here in the corner with this very comfy pillow, and the good thing is that this right there, where you're standing on right now, is my bed, which means that I can prop my feet up here and it's very comfy. Probably not good for my posture, but honestly, it's too late for me. I also have this very cute lamp moment right here, which means that I am not going blind anytime soon, guys. It's a huge victory for the going blind reading community. And here I have my main bookshelf for my reading nook. I had some books on here called my nostalgia shelf before, but I decided that I want this to be easier to clean. So I made the very mature decision to just put some knickknacks on it, and the very mature decision to have my first real plants. So here I have plant number 1, he's number 1, and plant number 2. Please let me know if you have any name suggestions in the comments, because obviously I'm not crazy and I want them to have names. That way I will remember to water them and they won't die. Or I will forget to water them, and having them have names will make the death so much harder on me. Anyhow, here I have this very cute, what are you? Water, the English is failing me. What is this called? What are you? What are you? Regadera in Spanish, but what are you? A watering pot? No clue. But it's very cute, and this way, because it's so cute, I won't forget to water my plants. And obviously, right behind it, we have my Folklore vinyl edition. Folklore is one of my top 3 Taylor Swift albums. I know you're interested, so I'll tell you the other 2. It's Folklore, Lover, and Red. In what order? It depends, but I think Lover, Folklore, Red. Red is definitely the 3rd one, but Red, Taylor's version, just brings it up so much, people. Anyhow, I have 2 plants, Folklore, and this thingamadig. Picture of me and my siblings, and then another picture of me and my siblings, because I couldn't find one that I liked with the 4 of us together, so I put 2 of them, so no one of them would feel left out. Of course, I also have private here, doing a map host. This is very insider knowledge that you're getting. This is something I hadn't noticed until my brother told me. Sometimes I stand not like this, but like this. So I'm doing the exact pose that Private is doing there. It makes me really happy, so that's why I have him there, even though he does not match with any of the vibes. Shelf number 2 over there is obviously my manga section. I have the full collection of Full Metal Alchemist with some Funkos and a little Edward that I call Ugly Edward, that I think he looks really funny next to Alphonse because that's a bit close to what their actual height difference is like. And then we have Kimetsu no Yaiba and all those little trinkets. And I have Aoharu Ride, one of my favorite mangas. And I also have Orange and Lovely Complex. If you haven't read Lovely Complex, get on it. If you're Spanish or you read Spanish, read it in Spanish. The translation is one of the best translations, if not the best translation, I've ever had the pleasure and honor of reading in my life. And then I have my Boku no Hero Academia shelf. I'm not very proud of that one, but there it is with my Kiribako charms. I am proud of those. Over here, my main shelf, we have the Percy Jackson collection. If you've been following me from any amount of time, you've known that that has been the main backdrop in my main shelf over there in the other side for 3 years. This has been on that shelf since I came back from England to this house when I moved back to Spain. So since 2014, 2015, that has been in that shelf. This is the reason that I changed all the sizes in that shelf so it would fit. And now I've changed it to here because I feel like I can make chill videos in this side of the room, and I wanted to take advantage of the reading nook. So now we have this. Let me know what you think. And obviously it has the little trinkets and my beaded necklace, which I made myself, and I'm thinking of doing another one for the show when it comes out and doing a tutorial on how to do it, because I know a lot of people are gonna want to know. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see that, and I will make it for sure. So I have this Roman helmet, and then down below we have what used to be my nostalgia shelf up there, and it's just all of the YA books that BookTube made me read when I got into BookTube around 2014. And it just holds a lot of like dear memories, and looking at them makes me happy. Half of them I have reread recently and I still enjoy them, so that's why I didn't throw or give any of them away. And in the last shelf we just have like miscellaneous stuff that didn't go anywhere else in my room or my bookshelves, but I still like the books, I still really enjoy them, so that's why they're there. Also the King Chronicles is there because they're so ugly. It's not their fault, they're the British editions, but they're just so ugly, and they don't go with any of my other books because the OGs are in paperback, but they deserve to be here. Everyone else is in hardback, so it wouldn't make sense to have like a random trilogy that's not even part of the main group and that's not in hardback be here. So I'm sorry, King Chronicles, sorry, but you're just ugly. It's the British edition fault. It's the British edition fault. I don't know what I'm gonna do with, whoa, calm down. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods. The Sun and the Star might have to go down there. Get back down Tartarus, if you know what I'm saying. Please, Rick, for the love of me, stop writing books. This is not getting any smaller, and this shelf is not getting any bigger. So please, no more! Okay, Reddit's most unpopular Bookish opinions, let's go. I prefer my Kindle to the point that I'll download a book on my Kindle even if we already own the hard copy. Oh my god. I think most readers enjoy reading physical copies over reading digital copies. Me, myself, I have to say I have gone through a transformation during this last year. I have discovered ebooks and it has changed my life. As someone who needs glasses to read, being able to make the font this big and just having like one paragraph per page has changed my life. And just being able to read in the dark without having the light on, which means it's less hot. In Spain, in Madrid, in August, it's a huge bonus. So I have to say I am an ebook girly right now. I love ebooks. At the point in my life where I am right now, I read ebooks all the time, and if I like an ebook, I will buy the physical copy. But I have gone through so many ebooks and it makes me happier because I don't feel as much pressure to like the book in comparison to when I actually buy the physical copy. I feel like I have to like it because now it's gonna be in my library, and that pressure is off when you have an ebook, so I would agree.
Let's move on to the books on the main shelf. So the first thing to do, as always, was to clean all the dust because, oh my god, do books accumulate dust? So the first series we have here is the Illuminae files, Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio. We then have the Aurora Rising trilogy with Aurora Burning and the Auroras and Final Book. We also have Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and finally Ruin and Rising. We also have the first 6 of Crows duology, followed by Crooked Kingdom, and then another 6 of Crows duology, followed once again by Crooked Kingdom. Then we have the King with the Scar and the Rule of the Wolves. Here are all my books together with my penguin and his sombrero, and the book was actually called King of the Scars.
I love slow, dry prose. I love long-winded explanations of what every character is thinking, the small actions they make, how they view the world around them through long descriptions of physical space. You lost me there at the end. I do love long-winded explanations of what a character is thinking and feeling and the small actions that they make, but I absolutely do not enjoy reading lots of description. Honestly, I am a dialogue girly and a feelings girly. Anything besides that, I'm like, can we get to the point already? I know it's a beautiful tree or a beautiful house or whatever, but I want to know, are they friends? Are they enemies? I live for the human interaction, so everything else besides that, I'm like, it's not for me. I do enjoy the action as well. Action and emotions is what I'm there for.
The next shelf we have here is my Cassandra Clare one with City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Angels, City of Lost Souls, and the last one in the series, City of Heavenly Fire, followed by Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and finally Clockwork Princess. Then we have Lady Midnight, first book in the series, followed by Lord of Shadows, and finally The Queen of Air and Darkness, followed by Chain of Iron, Chain of Thorns, and Chain of Gold. Yes, I do have almost every book that Cassandra Clare has ever published. No, I am in no way proud of this, but I am hooked, and once you're hooked forever. So, I'm sorry, my friends. Would I recommend you read this 2023? No, don't do this to yourself. If you can get out, get out. But I'm already in too deep. It's been a decade, and now I'm just gonna have to follow through.
When it comes to film adaptations, the books don't matter. This is a very hot take, and I don't understand it because obviously they do matter. They're the OG. They're the basis for the very existence of that book. So I think as long as you capture the essence and the feelings and the vibes and the message that that book is trying to send, then deviating from that, even though it hurts, as a reader it hurts. But I think you can still make a good movie that is true to the original message. But I don't think that the books don't matter. They maybe don't matter as much as we think they should, but they do matter.
This next shelf is basically chill favorites and also aesthetic favorites that are more or less the same height. So we have the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, books 1 through 5. We also have Heaven's Official's Blessing, books 1 through 6, I believe. I struggled there for a bit. We also have the Raven Boys series with the Raven Boys, the Thief... Oh my god, the translations are so different. Wait a minute. The Raven Boys, Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and the Raven King. Then we have the Fallen Kingdom series, and I'm not even going to struggle to try to guess how they translated those. So just enjoy the covers and how pretty they look together because they're all matching. And that doesn't happen often in my house. And then we have the Diviner series with 2 tall books and 2 short books because life hates me. And unless you buy a book as they come out, you are more or less destined to have an unmatching series. Here is the whole shelf, and as you can see, they look pretty good together because they're about the same width and height, and that is all you need to scratch my brain. So there we go. Chill, lovable books. Boom. Next one.
Listening to an audiobook counts 100% as having read the book. I 100% agree. People who say that reading audiobooks doesn't count are just idiots, to put it mildly. Why wouldn't it count? You have processed a book. You have all the information that you would have if you had read a physical copy or an ebook with your eyes, but just with your ears. So what does it matter where you got the information from? If you said watching a movie is not the same as reading the book, I would 100% agree. But you get the same things you get in the ebook or in the physical copy that you do in the audiobook, and even more entertaining because they do voices, you know? Obviously, it's the same content, therefore you have read the same book and it does count as reading. Also, think about the people who can't read with their eyes, who I may join in a couple of years because my glasses prescription is going up by the minute.
Our next shelf is made up of mostly fantasy books. We start with The Beauty of Darkness, The Heart of Betrayal, but then I noticed that I put them in the wrong order. So we have The Kiss of Deception, and then The Heart of Betrayal, and then The Beauty of Darkness. Thank you for clearing that up. Then we have The Rebel of the Sands, Traitor to the Throne, and Hero at the Fall, final book in the trilogy. We have The Cruel Prince, the first book, then The Wicked King, followed by The Queen of Nothing, final book in the series, except if you count The King of Elfheim. Then we have Children of Blood and Bone, followed by Children of Virtue and Vengeance. And that is the spot that I have destined for the Keeper of the Lost City series once it comes to me.
If you live in a place with a good public library, there's almost no reason to ever buy a book for your personal collection. I feel very hypocritical saying this, but I would say I agree. I mean, the reason would be because you're a book collector and you enjoy having pretty books on your shelves. There, I would say that obviously that's something that I enjoy. As someone who reads primarily in English and lives in Madrid, I can't say that I'm in a position where I can just go to the library and get any book that I want. But if you are in that position, if you live in the US and read English books, or if you live in Spain and read Spanish books, I think you should do that. It saves so much money. That is partially why I read online nowadays. I just read ebooks, very illegally, of course, and I don't spend a lot of money, or any money, and there's no space wasted, and there's no books wasted if I don't like the book. That's like a free trial. The library is your free trial to a book, and I totally think you should do it if you have that great opportunity. But also, if you want to have a book collection, just do that as well. Know that you have options, people. You always have options.
Let's organize our rainbow bookshelf. We start off with pink, so Moxie, My Mechanical Romance. Moving on to red, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, Honey and Issues, Guide to Fake Dating. Then to orange, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Maybe in Another Life, What If It's Us, Perfect on Paper. Here's to Us. I still haven't read it. I keep forgetting I have it. Moving on to yellow. All Are Wrong to Taste. Would not recommend, but pretty cover. Take a Hint. Danny Brown. Then moving on to green. Fangirl. The Hating Game. Spicy. Opposite of Always. Moving on to blue. Only Mostly Devastated. Love that book. The Fault in Our Stars. The Fangirl, no, The Princess and the Fangirl, Cinderella is Dead, very big disappointment.Moving on to purple, second first impressions or whatever, You Should See Me in a Crown. One Last Stop, this is getting hard to read, please change it! And then The French Kiss. Then we have a bottom shelf, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The Seven Husbands of Evan Lee Hugo, Last Night at the Telegraph Club, Home of the Wild. Don't try to guess a theme for this shelf. This is just the shelf that is. Scattered Showers. There's kind of like a color pattern, but oh well. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Daughter of the Deep. Wayward Son. Boom. Aristotle and Dante Discover Dive into the Waters of the Universe. My special edition of Red, White, and Royal Blue. Circe, which I have still not read. The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I did read, all 900 pages of it. Malibu Rising, my first copy of Illuminae, my first copy of Carry On. Any Way the Wind Blows, also my first copy. Then we have the Foxhole Court series, whose names I cannot remember and are too close to see. And then Fence, Better Together, I can't believe I guessed that. Moving on to my Taylor Jenkins Reid shelf, because yes, I am obsessed, so she deserves her very own shelf. We have her first book, Maybe in Another Life. I decided to change my mind. One True Loves, which I unexpectedly liked. The Seven Husbands of Evan Lee Hugo. Come back. We have Daisy Jones and the Six, what an icon. Malibu Rising, an underrated classic. Carrie Shoto is back.
You're allowed to not like a book, and if you don't like a book, you're allowed to stop reading it. No one has a gun to your head, except I do. I have a gun to my own head. You're allowed to not like a book. I think this might be more targeted towards people nowadays, like sharing your opinions with people nowadays, especially in and through social media, can be kind of scary, because even I am afraid to declare that I dislike some books or that I do not vibe with some characters. There's gonna be a huge fan person out there that's gonna come for me and do it anonymously, which hurts, and they are going to let me know that they really, really do not like or even respect my opinion because it differs from theirs. So sharing your opinions can be quite tough in this economy, but I still do it for you guys. And obviously you're allowed to not like a book. Even if it's one of my favorite books, it's totally normal. This is something that I have grown accustomed to because my older sister Marta, who has been lending me her books all her life and who has made me into the reader I am today, she asks for book recommendations now that I read and that I have a booktube thingamadig. So every time I give her a recommendation and she says, I didn't like it, it sucks, I just have to live with the knowledge that not everybody has as good a taste as I do. And that's not my problem, that's theirs.
Here is my beloved comic book / graphic novel shelf. I have a lot of them, as you can see, but they fit there so very perfectly. So we have the Fence series, we also have the Lumberjanes series, we have, what was that one? Wait. The Giant Days series, we also have the Runaways, the Heavy Vinyl, we have some more. Here are some DC comics of the Teen Titans. I also have some Red Robin comics because I was a Tim Drake fan for a very long while there. I also have my signed Witch Volume 1, my first Avatar volume, a Wonder Woman war-bringing graphic novel, and then I have my Teen Titans Raven, Beast Boy, come on, Beast Boy loves Raven, and Robin graphic novels, which I'm dying to rant about. We also Black Canary, Fire, and the first 3 Fangirl graphic novels. I also have Pumpkinhead's American-Born Chinese, Striking Distance, and then the first 6 or 7 Inuyasha volumes. There's going to be 17 overall, and they're as thick as can get, so pray for me! No, I think there's gonna be 30, god damn it.
If you don't like a book, you're allowed to stop reading it. I agree. I honestly don't practice this much because if I start reading a book, I've already spent time and energy into starting the book, so I'm like, I'm not gonna waste all that time and energy. So I'm gonna waste even more. In order for it to be worth something, I at least finish a book, you know? I'm a very stubborn person, if you cannot tell.
Let's keep going, guys. It's not over till it's over. Then we have Carry On, Wayward Son, followed by, of course, you guessed it, Anyway the Wind Blows. This is my favorite fantasy shelf. And then we have Cinder, we have Scarlet, we have whatever your name is, Cress, sorry, I love you, and Winter. And then we have Fairest, or Stars Above, and Fairest, which I still haven't read. As you can see, this is my DVD collection, which I love dearly because, amongst other things, it has my completed collection of Teen Wolf DVDs and also some of the first Air Buddy movies. But they're not books, they're not manga, they're not literature, so I decided to not get rid of them, but move them. And put my Haikyuu shelf on there. Move them down there because it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be like 35 volumes. So up here, I decided to put my, you guessed it, Taylor Jenkins Reid shrine. I'm hoping it will grow in the future. And this is the finished thing. This is the finished shelf. Please let me know what you think. Did you like it better before? And if you did, please don't tell me because I will cry. This is my finished shelf. I think I already said that, so pass Celia, take it away. Take it away!
And yeah, this is my new reading nook. I have been using it ever since I painted the room and I built all of this. I didn't build it, I just put it in its place. But yeah, I moved around a lot of furniture and a lot of books, so I should get the recognition I deserve for all of my hard work. Also, thanks to my brother Juan for helping me paint like half my bedroom. It was really helpful because my hand felt like it was gonna fall off. I also felt like Karate Kid, like wax on, wax off. Obviously, this is not the wax on, wax off motion, but he did that when he painted. I'm just rambling now, so please leave a like if you like this video, comment down below if you like my new reading nook and if you think I should film more videos here, because even if you don't, even if you hate it, I'm still going to, but your comments are very much appreciated and I take your feedback into account, even though I don't care. Even though I might not change anything. And if you have any ideas for what to do with this, you know, like the wall space, please let me know down below. Subscribe if you haven't already and click that bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos just like this every single Friday. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Intro and outro are so much more difficult in this spot. The intro and the outro are so much difficult to film. The intro and the outro are so much more difficult to film now in this spot, but worth it. Bye!